What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Dane's Desk. Today's topic is going to be Mobile Podcasting 101, the 7-step starter guide. So why would you be watching this video right now? More than likely, it's because you want to get into podcasting. However, I've noticed a big problem people have with getting started is just the basics, in my opinion. And so I just wanted to take some time to cover the basics because it was actually a question that I was asked in real life. So I figured I might as well make some content out of it. It turned into an episode. So for all those for the handful of individuals who've asked me the question, as well as all those in the future, who'll be wondering, what does it actually take to get started in podcasting, or what does it take just to have the proper equipment to get your voice out there and to get your message heard. That's what we're going to cover today in 7 simple steps. Starting with number 1, which is your camera. Now, we all have a smartphone. More often than not, everyone has a smartphone. So that's going to be your first line of defense when it comes to having something to record your podcast with. Start with your phone. Keep it simple. No need to overthink it. Believe it or not, a lot of popular commercial shows that you see from major studios, they are shot on iPhones. So if you have an iPhone, consider yourself already in the game. You have the perfect camera to get started. So that's step 1, a camera. We go use your smartphone. Most likely in your case, as it is in my case, an iPhone. Like this is being shot with an iPhone, all right? So iPhone. Step number 2, you got to get a mic. The mic is something as simple as this is backwards, but it's a Samsung Q2U mic. And as you see in the picture, it comes with the mic, it comes with the stand. And that's all you need when it comes to a microphone. Now, again, you can record content without a microphone, and it does typically sound well as long as you're close to the camera. However, if you just still want to get a better quality, not necessarily the absolute best quality audio, but if you want to get a more, clear, more presentable quality audio for your podcast, and just consider using the mic. That's the mic that I'm using right now to record this episode. This is it. You can get this off Amazon. But it's a simple mic. The Samsung Q2U. Shouts out to the video I saw on YouTube that put me on this mic. I forgot your name, brother, but good looking out. But nevertheless, just passing the game forward. This is all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the basic mic you want to get. It's an XLR mic at that. So you're gonna need another piece of equipment. But they do have an adapter for you to plug the mic in USB, if that's your forte. And all you would need, if you do have USB, then all you would need would most likely be a switch like this, which is basically a converter. Now that most cell phones are Type C, you can use a Type C adapter, plug this into your phone, and then you can just plug the mic, because this mic has a USB connector. You could just plug this mic and this USB, then you plug this in your phone, and you'll still have action. All right. But if you do want to go XLR, then you're going to need the third piece of equipment, which is a preamp. This little device right here. This is a Comica LinkFlex AD3, and it's just as simple as this. You feel me? Now again, kind of skipped over a section. Got a little excited, but why are we talking about this again? Because you, as a future creator, whether you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, a coach, a real estate professional, some other type of business professional, you have a product, you have a company, and you now understand that in order for you to get your product in front of more eyeballs, you need to get with the times in regards to where the audience is at now. And a lot of the audience is online on their smartphone listening to podcasts. When I was talking to the team recently, it was, I think, in the United States alone, it said that there's about 135 million individuals who listen to podcasts, roughly ages 12 to 54. And The population the last time I checked was around 330 million. So maybe a third of the US population is listening to podcasts. So don't you think you need to have, your brand in those spaces so that people can know who you are and know what you do, which ultimately on the back end can lead to future business. Now you're getting new customers. So again, it's a whole new paradigm in regards to how you gotta think about this. You gotta reimagine business, reimagine how you promote your business, reimagine how you market your business, and realize that you're on a global playing field now. So you're not only limited to the individuals in your local market, but you now have access to a global market. And with access to said global market, you no longer have to solely rely on word of mouth marketing or referral marketing just to bring in new business or just to get customers to come back to do business with you. Now, again, everyone has a phone in their hand. You want to be where they are at. You want to be where the attention is already at. That's one thing Gary Vee always talked about, be where the attention is already at. And as a business owner, a company owner, a brand creator, however you want to define yourself, you got to start being where the customer is at. And again, one of the simplest ways for you to leverage this or leverage this attention in regards to getting access to it is through podcasting. And you can start podcasting by just having the basic equipment that I've been talking about today. So let's get back to that. All right. So again, starting from the top, we talked about you're gonna need a step one. You're gonna need a camera. So your smartphone at the end of the day, whether it's the Android or Apple, it don't matter. As long as you can record on it and you got a decent camera, HD at a bare minimum, you're good to go. You got a camera, you got a mic. We talked about the Samsung, Q2U. You can get this off of Amazon. Very simple mic. Again, the phone already has a mic, but if you just want to get a little bit better quality of microphone or a little bit better a little bit better quality audio, go ahead and get you one of these. Very simple. Then if you get one of these, again, it has USB and XLR, but I use XLR. Sometimes I use USB depending upon the situation, but right now I'm using XLR. So if you do use XLR, and I would suggest you do use XLR, because the reason why is because when it comes to now post editing, if you do have on a guest or you do have a co-host with XLR recording, you now have the audio on two separate tracks on the video file, as opposed to the audio being on one track if it was done USB. So that ultimately allows you to then go into post and edit levels for each audio line if need be. That's why I personally use it on XLR. If it's just you, USB, XLR. But if you do have XLR, you do want to have a co-host or you do want to have guests, you're going to need to have a preamp. This is a very simple preamp you can get off Amazon. Grab it today. I would strongly suggest that you still get this, even if you do plan on starting off by yourself, because again, at some point you are going to want to have guests on. This is what you want to have. So we got a mic, we got a camera, we got a mic, we got a preamp. Now we got to talk about lighting. So lighting, if you can see through my glasses here, you see the ring right there. So that's basic lighting that you want to have is a 10-inch selfie ring light. Get the one that comes with a stand. When they come with a stand, it also typically comes with a cell phone holder, which is what I'm using right now. Simple 10-inch selfie ring light for my lighting. Then we have the stand, cell phone cuff that it came with. And now we got our camera in the stand with the lighting connected to the mic. And oh yeah, going back to the mic real quick. Bonus piece, you're gonna need to most likely get a USB-C adapter, since the microphone has a 3.5 millimeter jack, the OG jack. So if you grew up back in the day, you had a headphone jack. So a headphone jack, that's what the preamp comes out as you see here, the headphone jack. So then you gotta take this headphone jack and you gotta get one of these adapters. So just a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack to a USB-C adapter, which is what you see here, and that then plugs the USB-C into your phone. Now you got action. All right. So we talked about camera, we got your mic, we got your audio preamp, we talked about the lighting, tabletop. You could use something as simple as a TV tray. Literally is that simple. Get a nice background, of course. Me personally, I like art, so I'm just using one of the pictures that I have, in the crib. But we got art. You can or if you have a real, nice background or some sort of household decor, feel free. But just be mindful of your art. You feel me? Like your background, I should say, your setting. You ideally, make it theme oriented. But if you can, just at a bare minimum, just make sure, nah, not today. Just make sure that you have a background that's just obviously aesthetically pleasing, or just some piece of art that's nice, or like again just some home decor that you got set up nicely in the crib. And again, don't overthink the setting as well. You don't have to have some perfect set to get started. You just need something just clean. In my opinion, you just need something clean. Something simple. Just something basic just to get started. Like as I look outside the window and it's raining right now, I look at the side of our garage and it's just a stucco green wall. But again, if that could be a simple background. Just keep it basic, keep it simple, because again, that might factor into your brand, or you can use it. The singularity of it being the color, you might use that as your side for going in the post and now putting graphics up. So just be creative. Don't overthink it though. But again, tabletop is what you some sort of tabletop, simple as a TV tray, a card table, or just one of them, Coleman flip out tables. You feel me? Because again, you want to have something to set your mic on, of course, as you see here. You set your preamp. You definitely need a bath, because as you're gonna be talking, you'll need to rehydrate. And if you have a laptop, or a tablet or some other device, you want to have that right here as well. So you just have your three basic elements. And of course, you got your camera right here on the stand with the ring light, with the preamp tapped into the camera, coming back to you on the mic. So we all here. You feel me? Like next, you want to have some sort of a script. You don't want to just get on camera, and just start talking. You always want to have a purpose for each episode. Every time you hop on a mic, you just don't want it to be random. So have a script, and again, don't overthink this. It doesn't have to be something elaborate. Again, just stick with what you know, and just document your experience. So from a theme perspective, when it comes to the type of content you're going to be capturing, that would be my recommendation to you. Just start simple, start what you know, keep it simple, and focus on just again, talking about what you know, and figuring out how to document your experience. Because always remember, everybody doesn't know everything, even though a lot of people like to, label themselves or come off as a know-it-all. So there's something that you know, or there's something that you can learn, and all you're doing is basically doing the research, distilling the information down into simple steps, then packaging up, and then just putting it back out there. That's all you're really doing with your content. Because again, there's no new ideas per se, but it is just still how you package it, the stories that you're using to talk about the concepts, etc. And just your personality, you know what I mean? Like that's what's going to shine through with your content. But you just got to be you. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to just copy what someone else does. Just be you, and trust me, being you is more than good enough. And as long as you be you, that's what's gonna make your content pop. That's what's gonna make you go. Not trying to be somebody else, because people will go see that. So again, be you, stick to your script. And again, when it comes to the script, I personally use just a simple problem, solution, action. So no matter what the situation or circumstance is, and more often than not, there's going to be a problem, then there's going to be a solution, and there's going to be some action that needs to be taken. And just keep it that simple when it comes to your script. So it's, again, if you're a realtor, again, problem, solution, action. So there was a problem. Oh, you're having, if you're a realtor podcasting, just talking about your local market. Oh, if you're, so you're talking to prospective buyers or sellers, then again, you're talking about a problem that they're having in the market. So if it's a buyer, oh, you're having a problem, finding, financing. You know what I mean? Here's the solution. Go talk to, broker Tom. Take action right now. Broker Tom is located at this website. You can call Broker Tom here, yada yada yada. And then once you get straight with Broker Tom, I got you. I'll go show you some houses that fit within your loan qualification, and then we'll go ahead and get the home buying process started. And an episode could be just something as simple as that, as a realtor. If you're a lawyer, a plumber, it doesn't matter, what your trade is or what your craft is. You just have to just not try to be, overthink it at the end of the day, and just keep it simple and just focus on the basics and the fundamentals. And like I said, in this case, it'd be just as simple as a script as simple as problem, solution, action, and just always talk problem, solution, action, and you won't go wrong. All right. So last but not least, distribution channel, the 7th step. And that distribution channel, I recommend you can go live on Instagram like we're doing right now. And then once the video is done, save it and then post it to your profile, download it, and then you can start, editing it in post. You can do YouTube. Those are the main 2 platforms that I would recommend that you start at, because that's where all the attention is at, ladies and gentlemen. Instagram and YouTube. When you're looking around your environment, start paying attention. Like, what are people on? More often than not, they're going to be on Instagram and YouTube. So that's where you want to make sure your message is at. Because again, you want to get to the point where you're omnipresent. And that's what podcasting allows you to do. You podcast, then you repurpose the content, by chopping it up here in smaller segments, and then from those segments, clips. And then you just take that content and then you repurpose it on the smaller social media platforms like the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the TikToks, and then you link it back to the main or the full content that would be, in this case, on YouTube. And that's how you set up your content ecosystem, in a sense. How you drive traffic to it and get it back. Because again, those small clips and mobile. Before I even forget, when I forgot to give y'all a very important part of the game, and that is always make sure, if like you said, make the most of each episode. Going back to what I said before, shout out to Brendan Boyd, a brother out of I think Boston, Massachusetts. I think now he's over in Miami, I want to say, but shouts out to him. I got this from him. But again, make the most of every episode that you do online. So again, for example, I'm just talking about mobile podcasting setup. Now, if I'm smart, again, I talked about specific products, a microphone, a iPhone. I talked about a preamp, you know what I'm saying? I talked about adapters, you know what I'm saying? Adapters and connectors and that kind of stuff. So technically, I can monetize this episode simply by including affiliate links to these products. And it's just that simple. So again, think about every episode that you, like I said, so don't make the most of every episode by always having some sort of, monetization of every episode. So again, in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. At a bare minimum, 4 products here, plus the iPhone 5, a MacBook Air 6. I'm drinking a Waterloo 7. So now coming back to brand deals, you know what I'm saying? If this is, this ain't my drink, but this was just cold in the fridge at this point in time. But again, if this was my drink and I'm always on screen drinking this drink, now I need to be hitting up Waterloo trying to get some sort of brand deal. Again, making use of every episode. Or I can hit up Samsung and highlight them about getting some sort of a brand deal. I'm using a mic. Or Comica, because again, these companies need help getting their product out there too. So, you as whatever you are, you know what I'm saying, you're a fashion designer, you got your own clothing brand, you sell your own jewelry, whatever you do, feel me, you just got to start getting creative with it and understand that again, your voice is valuable. And you already more often than not got the basic tools to just have a mobile podcasting setup as right here, to where you can again turn your voice, turn your space into platform to sell product at the end of the day, because that's all that you be doing in that case. But again, you're not directly selling it, but again, we're still giving value in regards to helping you solve a problem or identifying a problem, providing you with a solution, and then helping you take action. You know what I mean? But again, no matter what you do, you know what I mean? Like, you can do the same thing. Again, if you are if you're a bakery, you feel me? Like, it's the same thing. You know, have your product, have make sure you get yourself showcasing your product. You know, talk about your baking process. You know what I'm saying? Again, having a mobile podcasting setup will allow you to set up in these spaces. So technically, that, if I mean, again, a towing company, set up in your yard, just talk about basic towing game, towing tips. And again, it's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you got to do. It's just about you being creative and again making the most use of every episode that you put out. And the way you do that is, again, making sure there's always something that you leave in the episodes or a link in the description at a bare minimum, linking back to some product. You feel me? That you got going on, or that you're getting off. Because again, like, you can go to Amazon right now, I can go up to Amazon right now, I should say, set myself up as an affiliate, and then just go to these products, get the link to these products from with my affiliate code, and then just put these links in this video, and then those links live with this video for perpetuity. So for as long as this video is up and available and people can watch it, then they'll always be able to go click that link, and then that money, and if they make a purchase, then that money just comes back. I'll always be able to make money. So that's just affiliate marketing. Shouts out to Brendan Boyd again. Again for the game. And that's another thing, a tip I want to give you as well. There's plenty of creators already out there, giving up free game on how to get started and how to, again, leverage podcasting to get more exposure for your brand. Again, more eyeballs on your products, so that, again, you can increase revenue and sales, because that's what it all boils down to. What's the result here? You want more, you want more sales, you want more revenue, so you can grow your company. Where the growth means buying new offices, getting new equipment, expanding your facilities, being able to open up new locations, and then being able to scale that, bring on new employees, whatever your goal is for your business, more trucks. If you're in trucking and logistics, you feel me? Like, whatever it is. And like, again, no matter what you do, you have a voice, you have, if you're getting paid to do something, then that means that you've already identified a problem that people have, and you have provided a solution to it. So that means your voice is valuable, because you got a solution to share. You just got to understand, talk about the problem, identify the problem, I should say, clarify it, and then talk about the solution, and then help people take action and to put the solution into practice. And it's just like that. So again, 7-step starter guide to mobile podcasting. Get your camera, which is going to be your smartphone. Get your mic. I'm using the Samsung Q2U. Get your audio preamp. That's going to be your Comica. Then AD3. Get your lighting, 10-inch selfie ring. Get you a tabletop. You can just start off with something as simple as a TV tray. Make sure you have a script. And again, problem, solution, action. Talk about the problem, talk about the solution, and then talk about the action people need to take to put the solution into practice. And again, keep it simple. Just talk about yourself. Keep it genuine, keep it authentic, and document, just what's happening. No need to create gimmicks in a sense. It's just document what you're doing. You know what I mean? And then last but not least, distribution channel. Ideally YouTube. Post a long form on YouTube. And then take that long form and then, again, segment it down into topics, and then take the topics and segment those down in the smaller clips, because you then take the topics and the clips, and that's what you post on the Twitters, the Facebooks, and the Instagrams and the TikToks, and then you link back to the full clip on YouTube. That's how you get your content, your traffic cycle and your ecosystem going. All right. And it's just like that. Because again, especially if you in the beginning, you're an unknown commodity. People just aren't gonna come to your full videos and watch those unless you're unless you titled it properly, and then you're good at copyright in that regards. And again, so you've written some good, you wrote some good headlines, and that people, and you got some good graphics. Like just get people attention. If you're good at that, you know what I mean. Like you can just get people straight off the dribble, as they would say, from the full video. But more often than not, you're gonna have to, you know, repurpose that content, on the smaller social, not the smaller social media, or more the micro content social media profiles like the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the X's and the Twitters. I mean, the TikToks, and then take your segments and your clips, put them on those platforms, and then link back to the YouTube clip so that you can drive the traffic back. But again, even on those clips, you can still have links to your affiliate products, when you're talking about them. All right. So I just shared one. There's tons more game out there, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning. But again, you now know and have everything you need to get started with podcasting, so you can start to get your work, get your brand out there. More people can start knowing who you are and what you do and how to do business with you. All right. Because this is 2025 now, and as we move into the future, we're getting more digital than non-digital. So again, you're gonna have to start being in the spaces where your potential customers are at in order for you to get in, bring in new business, as well as even get again your current customers to continue to do business with you, because you're not the only person out there, you're not the only vendor, and if someone is just out marketing you because again they're podcasting and you're not, then that's why you're losing out on the business. So there's a quote that I've been hearing lately, and it was something along the lines of, "It's not about being the best; it's about being the best known." When it comes to business and marketing and everything. So yeah, you could be the best at what you do, but if you're not the best known, someone who isn't as good as you is the best known, then yeah, they're gonna get the business. So again, you can become the best known simply by podcasting. That's just a simple way you can leverage to make yourself omnipresent, which means that your content is being constantly encountered. And again, you're posting, even if you're a local business, again, post locally, join local groups, and again, because you're talking about relevant topics, you know that your target audience is already looking for information about, that's going to make your content relevant. It's going to help people want to talk to you and learn about what you got going on. All right. So on that note, before I let you go, I want to let you know that this is very simple to do, but it does require time. And yes, I understand that you're already drowning in obligations and responsibilities between your personal and professional life. And now I'm sitting a new item on the table on your plate, and telling you, this is what you got to do. Because again, at the end of the day, word of mouth and referral is only going to take you so far, especially now. And you can leverage digital technology and digital media in your favor by podcasting. And again, the recommendation nowadays is you want to be shooting at least one podcast a week, putting out content at least once a week. But the beautiful part about it is, because you do have a script and you are talking about things that are relevant to your target audience, you can now leverage that one podcast and produce enough content that'll last you for the week or the month, and you'll be able to rock and be able to, like you said, be omnipresent. So again, think of each video that you put out, think of it as its own sales rep. So now it's just about how many people do you want on the team. So the amount of videos that you put out is equivalent to the amount of sales representative you have out there in the digital streets, pushing your message, pushing your product, pushing your brand. All right. And so again, I've now shared with you how you can create podcasts for yourself. I've given you 7 simple steps you can get started right now and be recording as soon as you get your equipment. And that's our action moving forward. We want to get the equipment that I talked about. We want to get your script right. So I want you to write out at least, like get started with your first 3, your top 3. Let's do your top 5. Top 5, the first 5 episodes, your first 5 videos that you will create. Write a script out. And again, stick to what's already happening. So think of frequent asked questions that you get from your customers, or common problems, common frequent problems. Like I said, keep it simple, keep it basic, come up with 3 to 5. You're gonna make your first episodes about them 3 to 5 problems, and then provide a solution for every problem, and then action. Tell people what the steps they actually need to take to solve the problem, and how you're there to guide them along the way. All right. And so again, get the equipment, then get your script right. Then I want you to record it, and then I want you to release it. All right, we're not doing this just for shits and giggles, as they would say. No, we got to take action. All right, so we go. Once you get your equipment, get your script, record, release, get your first episode out there, then rinse and repeat. That's the action for this video. Now, last but not least, let's talk about don't let your story go untold. So yes, I understand. Like I said before, like I realize you're drowning in obligations and responsibilities already. You got a lot on your plate. You feel busy, but now it's time to start getting productive. And to get productive, you're gonna have to get involved and start leveraging podcasting, as an additional form of marketing, so that you can start, getting more exposure for your brand, so more people can know who you are and what you do, with the ultimate goal of that leading to you increasing your sales and revenue. Because with more sales and revenue, that means you're going to have more capital to grow your company, whether that means new locations, more staff, etc., or just have more profit, more money to invest in what it is you want to do. Who knows? But that's really what the goal here is. I want to put you in position, help you put yourself in position, I should say, so that you can achieve your goals, albeit whatever they are. All right. So if this is something that you want to do, but you know that you just don't have the time to get set up, or you just would prefer a more done for you solution, holla at your boy. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We can, I have a couple of shows that we can bring you on. So again, don't let your story go untold just because you don't either have the time, energy, effort, expertise to do this yourself. You can holla at somebody like me. I'll get you right. So click the link below, apply to be on one of our podcasts. Because again, we don't want your story to go untold, and we want to make sure your brand gets the attention we want to make sure your brand gets the attention that it deserves. All right. So let me know what I can do to help. Like I said, links in the description below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody else who needs this game. All right. Peace.